hit that like and subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video. I eventually want to also get back to playing the Umamusume, a horse girl racing game. And I gotta admit, it kind of made me go down the rabbit hole of gacha games that are going on with some of this stuff. Because I do have to admit, when the game came out, I was like, yeah, I'll join the content train for it. This looks good. We're gonna have ourselves a little bit of a fun time with it. When I played it, compared to most of the other gacha games that were out there, it is way more lenient than I care to admit when it comes to the monetization practices for it. And for those of you that have played a whole hell of a lot of gacha games and stuff, of course it did. Yeah, well, the thing is, though, compared to the monetization practices of, like, other mobile stuff, I don't know if anybody in here has played, what's the one with the, like, I don't know if it's actually called the Singing Monsters one. My Singing Monsters? Okay, so I am right on what it is. Holy shit, dude! I took a look at some of the monetization deals that they had for it, and it is fucking ridiculous, dude. I'll give, like, a good example from it. Originally, you go into the game, you usually get some eggs, and they will take some time to hatch. On the topic of gacha games, you ever hear of a game called Goddess of Victory Nikkei? Yeah, I've heard about that one. Play that shit for the plot and the plot. I've got plenty of friends in the VTuber space / outside of the VTuber space that are very much into Nikkei. And honestly, I don't blame them for getting into the plot. it's like, oh my god. Yeah, it makes sense for that reason. But then again, there are so many gacha games out there for it that have plot. And it's like, I can't take it seriously when it does that. Because mostly for some of the monetization practices for it, like, I'll give you an example. Back for the Singing Monsters and whatnot, some of the eggs that you collect have, like, timers that are put on it, and you can spend some in-world currency to speed it up and make it faster. For a batch of certain time speed-up game mechanics for it, I'm sorry, why am I willing to spend so much on an indie game to speed up, like, gacha game mechanics and stuff like that? It's not healthy. It really isn't. And I haven't played Nikkei, but, Ritz, I'm assuming it has very similar ordeals on that, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong on this one. For Nikkei, if you play that for the plot, you understand some of the, like, microtransactions that go on for those kinds of games, right? Like, I might be losing my mind when it comes to this, but that can't be... It can't be that bad, can it? They ain't too bad? Okay, thank God. I worry about that sometimes, because there are a whole hell of a lot of games out there, gacha-wise, mobile game-wise, and whatnot, that it is so egregious, some of the monetary practices that they have for it. I worry about the peeps who buy the $99.99 packages. Why would you do that? Why would you purchase a mobile function that's like near $100? And that's with tax. And that's without tax. Add that all up, and all of a sudden you're getting like $110 for God knows what. Like, I understand if you're making a product for something like that, you need to make money for it. But there are better ways to do it. Like, those egregious microtransaction practices, I just undownload the game kind of deal. It's very bad. The second one that I found was, like, anytime there's, like, unskippable ads in the middle of it, or, like, ads that you click on by accident because the size of it's, like, too freaking big and an ad will run and you get nothing off of it, I undownload those. I used to play a game called Clumsy Ninja as a kid, and even though I had no concept of money, oh boy, those in-app purchases look so tempting. I know, right? They are tempting, but it's the way they present them that's, like, so confusing and terrible in my eyes for it. Like, I could understand, there was a game I played called Dan the Man. It was like a side-scrolling beat-em-up and whatnot. And if you lost a life, you could come back by watching like a 15-second ad. And it would ask you if you would want to watch that. That's fine, because you get like a second chance at life coming back. Like, you get something out of the game for it for a little bit of your time. That's fine. Like, you would get something for it, and they ask you. Like, if there's, like, a little creature on there that pops up on your screen and says, hey, would you like to watch an ad? I will give you this amount of in-game currency for it. You could say yes or no to it, and that's fine. That is totally A-okay. But, like, 99... what was it? $120. $103 for a Krabby Patty with cheese, Mr. Squidward, with cheese. Like, why the fuck would I buy a Krabby Patty with cheese for $103? That's why I stopped playing Roblox, because they were revolve their whole game around those in-app purchases, stealing kids' parents' money, and I won't stand for it anymore. Agreed. Oh my god. Like, having... And even the conversation of like, hey, parents, did you have that conversation with your kids where, yes, we can totally spend some money on this game for it. But if you break your mama's bank account, I'm gonna break your back kind of deal. We need to have that conversation with kids, because that's not financially responsible at that point. Like, at that point, if the kid makes that kind of a decision without the parent's consent or knowledge of it, and then all of a sudden the parent looks in the, like, their bank account, and all of a sudden every single one goes, like, hey, this kid spent like $5,000 in the span of an hour getting all these in-game products, that's a problem. I know, a little bit over-exaggerating on the whole break. Look. We understand spending money on this one, but you can't be spending $5,000. I'm gonna put you to work at that point. I'm gonna make sure you wanted to earn an allowance. Congratulations, you're gonna pay back every single dollar that you spend of my money to make sure that this is all taken care of. I know, it's a little bit of an over-exaggeration, but you get the mentality that I've got for it, right? Trust me, I've been disciplined as a kid. I'm broken in my thought process right now. And it is so predatory in its behavior for it. Like, I can't justify those kinds of games at that point. Like, even Watch Dogs, a game from Ubisoft back in the day, I was surprised to see that when Watch Dogs 2 came out, there were already so many fucking microtransactions for cosmetics. I cannot support that. I can't do it. But then all of a sudden, when I go back to the gacha games, all of a sudden I hear freaking Haru Urara is like the most wholesome horse girl out there, and I just want to play to see her win. Even though in her actual lifetime career, she has never won a horse race until she was retired. It is so heartbreaking. Never let them take your spark away, Urara. I know! Finally! Someone else believes with me. Hey, Haru is the most pure and innocent of all the horse girls out there, but she's also, like, if you ever go to the fighting game tournaments that my other half has originally hosted and whatnot, you will see so many people who just have that kind of optimism that Haru has for it. They don't get themselves caught up in all the competition for it. They don't get themselves caught up in, like, them losing their money whenever they go 0-2 in bracket. They just play because they enjoy the games. And that's what I wanted to eventually cultivate, is just get people to enjoy the game so that maybe one day they can rise above it and, like, come back, actively decide to get better. Or at least have the mentality of, I will always get better and I just want to have fun with these games. Just like Haru has fun with the racing. God, I need to do a Haru run on stream one of these days. I gotta eventually prep for it, you know?